Hey friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla. Thanks for stopping by today. I hope you're all having a great, wonderful day. I hope you're having perfect weather. Fingers crossed that you're having perfect weather. Um, we in Louisiana, it's very warm today. It's not overly hot, but it's very warm. It's very cloudy. It looks like it's supposed to rain at any moment, but there's no rain until tomorrow night. We're supposed to have that severe storm that I believe started out in California and is working its way across. I mean, I know everybody is going to be getting that really bad storm. And so when it gets here, they have it as enhanced at the moment, but that could change. It could go up or down at any time. But so we're supposed to be getting lots of rain and all that kind of stuff. I guess starting tomorrow afternoon here in my area. I know some of you guys are probably getting it now, or it's coming up on you soon, or you've already got it. I don't know. But anyway, I just pray that everyone stays safe and is protected from any harm that might come their way. Well, guys, I have been, what have I been doing this morning? I've been crocheting on that bunny head. I'm almost finished it. Last night I was almost finished it, and then I decided to just go on to bed. So I did a few more rounds on it this morning. I just played with the cats and Phoebe, my little chihuahua. Played with them for a little while, and let's see what else. I've talked to my friend Angela on the phone, and I just want to say she is mean. She's a mean girl. So Angela and we've been friends since we were in fourth grade, and we're the same age. She's a couple months older than me. Her birthday's in January, my birthday's in April. So she is a little bit older than me, and I do not let her forget that at all. When we were in school, like when we were little kids in school, I would always lie about the year I was born to try to be a year older than her because, it was cool to be the oldest. Um, and so I lied about that for so long that I ended up not even knowing what year I was born. And so we had to set that straight as we got older. And I needed to be younger than her all of a sudden. So now she turned 52 in January, and I'll turn 52 in April in just a couple of weeks. So I always, remind her that she is older than me, and so she's feeling kind of achy today. Her bones are hurting, her hip and her back, and, this and that. It's kind of achy. And I said, yeah, that's what happens when you're old. You can predict the weather by how you feel. And she said, whatever. At least I don't have anybody trying to deliver me a hospital bed. I'm like, you are so wrong for that. She's mean. Mean as can be. We had a good laugh. But anyway. And so I thought I would just come on in here and make a video that I did not know I was going to be making. Right? Hobby Lobby is having this clearance sale. Um, I was not going to go to Hobby Lobby because of Big Daddy's work schedule. Hobby Lobby closes at 8 p.m. Sometimes he doesn't even get home till close to 8 p.m. So I was not thinking about going to Hobby Lobby. But anyway, I happened to be on the phone with my son Dakota, and he was going somewhere right by Hobby Lobby. So I said, do you think you could run in Hobby Lobby and see if they have yarn on clearance? And he said, yeah, I will. And so he called me back in a little bit, and he said, all their yarn's 30% off. I said, okay, but look at the yarn itself. Do you see any orange tags? Which I don't even know if the tags are orange or red. But I was telling him orange tags, and he said, yeah, I see a few. Yeah, they're orange. He said, I see a few. And so I said, okay, that's what I want. The yarn that has orange tags. And so I was telling him, go to the very back wall, go all the way down, go to those hanks of yarn, and I want a few of those. And so he's like, any particular colors? I'm like, whatever's pretty. So Dakota totally picked this yarn out. I really don't even know what's in the bags at the point. I know what kinds of some of them. I might not even know what kinds of yarns, but I do know these. So he got those. I said, okay, now go all the way back down that wall till you get to the aisle where there's yarn on both sides. Turn on that aisle. He turned. He said, okay. I turned. I said, look up the top on your left side. Do you see ice cream yarn? He said, there's a lot of empty spaces, but there's a couple of ice cream yarns. I said, get them. I want them. He said, okay, I got them. And then I said, go down the middle of the aisle, look on the very bottom for Bloom Chunky. Do they have any? He said, yeah, there's a little bit. I said, get it. And then he's like, what else? I said, now just walk around and see whatever you see. Those are the yarns that I wanted, and anything else would just be icing on top. So he walked around and he would, tell me the yarn and tell me what it looked like and stuff. And so, yeah, that's the way I did my Hobby Lobby clearance haul. But anyway, so I wanted to show you guys what I did end up with, or actually I want to find out myself. I have bags. I haven't even untied them yet. I just untied this one to see about the sticker. This one, and then there's one more smallish one. So let's just dive in. We're going to crinkle this up and see what I got here. All right, so there's ice cream yarn. Yay! Regular $4.99, and he got it for $1.49. And this is 394 yards. This is a 3-weight yarn, 100% acrylic. Okay, this is a pretty blues with a little white in there, and it is called Blueberry. Okay, not quite blueberry, but that's what they're calling it. So that's what we're going to go with, Blueberry. That's the darkest blue. So when I think of blueberry, I think of blue-purple color. But anyway, let's see. I don't know how many. I see 2. So maybe 2. That's good. All right, and I have a bucket over here that I'm going to put these in. All right, and then I see a purple. Oop, I see 2. I see 2 purples. Same thing, $4.99. He got them for $1.49. This one is called Grape Raisin. Oh, wow, how pretty. The skeins aren't in the best of shape, but that's okay. For $1.49, I can totally live with that. Right? Yes, we can. So I don't know what I'm going to make with these, but I wanted to make some amigurumis with them. So that's why I wanted some more of this. I've always been a 4-weight yarn person. 3 weights have always been kind of a little on the smallish side for me. And just as I was like starting to kind of get into 3 weights, like not really get into it, but to trying to train myself to be able to use a smaller hook and a 3-weight yarn, is when I lost my pinky. And so I feel like I'm starting all over. Had to go back to the 4-weight yarn and bigger hooks, and I'm working my way back down because I really like the colors in some of these ice cream yarns. Like here's one right here. I really like the colors, and I think these would make very sweet, beautiful amigurumis. So I want to use these, and so I just need to practice and to make amigurumis with them. And so that is what I'm doing with this little rabbit that I'm making right now out of, it's not this colorway. I don't see another one of those in here, but anyway, I do have an ice cream yarn that has some purple and fuchsia colors, and I'm making a rabbit out of it right now. I think this would also make a sweet, cute rabbit too. So this same thing, $1.49. This is an old label. Like, I don't know where they pulled this label out at. That is an old Lion Brand label. And then here's this label. So, yeah. but I don't care. And I only see one of these, so he might have only got, one of these, and that's fine. One's better than zero. All right, and then here is Chunky Bloom. And I don't know if there's multiples of the colors just yet. I don't really know. I see 4 different colors in here. I think they're different. Nope, these 2 are the same. Okay, so then he got me some Premier Bloom Chunky. This is regular $3.99, or it's got a $3.99 tag on it. I don't think these are $3.99 in the store. I mean, I think they pulled some of these out from the back, maybe. Because this one is marked $4.99, and it's down to $1.12. These were marked $3.99 and down to $1.12. Anyway, so here is Bloom Puppy. This is a bulky 5, so I went from a 3-weight to a 5-weight. And this is by Premier. It is 109 yards, and this has red, black, gray, and it shows a little sample of how that would work up depending on your stitch. Anyway, he did give me 2 of those, so that was good. $1.12 a piece is a win-win for that. Sassy's over here in the window. I have the bottom of the window. I have a piece of foam board there, but she can get up on the shelf and look out over the foam board, so that's what she likes to do. Oh, here's another bloom. Okay, so this bloom is called, I've had this color before, I believe, Delilah. I'm looking to see if I have any of this up there. I do not. But I have had this color before, and I can't remember what I made with it, but I know I've worked with it. But it's pink and fuchsia and green and gray and white. Just real pretty. And I think these would make super cute amigurumis in some 5-weight yarn. I'm all about that. And then here is Bluebell. And I did make a large monkey out of this this past summer, and it turned out really adorable. I love that. So I don't think I have enough of one color to make a very large amigurumi, but I can make smaller amigurumis. All right, let's see. And then I think this might be the last one, unless there's some in other bags. I don't know. This one is called Violet, and it is a lot of white with some purple, but it's going to be mostly white with a row every now and then of purple and a little bit of green for leaves. So this one is mostly white. It's pretty. All right, let's see what else. There's 3 more skeins in this one bag. I should open up other bags to see if I have any duplicates. Give me 1 second, folks. There might be some duplicates in here. Let me just get some of this out. I really, really appreciate Dakota stopping by and taking the time to shop with me on the phone. Okay, here is some Monroe Sugar Wheel Cotton Solids. And that's Monroe. This was regular $5.99, and it was on sale for $1.74. So he got me 2 of those. So it's kind of a burgundy cotton yarn. We'll see what we can come up with for that. It is A 4-weight. No, it's a 3. Oh, let me see. Excuse me, folks. It is a 3-weight yarn. And there is 335 yards, I believe. 335 yards. So, got 2 of those to probably put a blanket together or something and add a border maybe. So that's what I like to use these types for. So that could be possibly it. There is another one here in soft gardenia. There's 2 of these, and these were $1.87. That one was $1.74. Because this one is regular $7.49, and it was on sale for $1.87. So yeah, that's a good deal. When Hobby Lobby has a clearance sale, it's a good deal. Okay, let's see what else. What else do we have here? Here's 2 more cakes I see. Okay, this one is a yarn bee, regular $8.99, and this was clearance to $2.49. It is Rainbow Rhapsody Autumn Trails, so that's pretty. This is a okay, I'm so old I have to use the magnifying glass, Angela. It's a 1-weight. Oh my gosh, I will be pairing this with something. So this llamamamakayla will not be crocheting with this alone. I will have to pair it with something. Maybe it will get paired with this. It could get paired with this right here. That would be good. Yeah, that would work out good. Let me see how many yards is in this. It is 918 yards. Whoa, that would make a nice shawl, wouldn't it? But it's too thin for me, I think. Unless I just used a really bigger hook with it. You know, maybe I use a 5mm hook with it, just to see. But anyway, it's pretty. It is pretty. Can't deny that. Okay, so the next one is cornucopia, regular $8.99, on sale for $2.49. So that's the colors in it. And yeah, that could be paired up with this to make something. Or I might could use a bigger hook and make some kind of shawl or something like that. We'll see. We will see what happens, because you never know. Alright, let me see. Well, I see 2 of these. This is the Yarn Bee Highlights Spa. The colorway is Spa. This is a 3-weight yarn. It was regular $4.99, and it was on clearance for $1.37, and it is 380 yards. Now, that's a pretty blue. It's called Spa, but can you see a little sparkle there? Nope. It is sparkly. I don't know if the camera is going to pick that up, but it is sparkly. I just don't see it in the camera. A little bit. Maybe you're seeing it better than I think. But anyway, so he got me 2 of those. I've never used that yarn before. Yarn Bee Highlights. It is very soft. This is the same thing. Highlights Rust. I think Nova from Nova Gnome Creations got some of these fall colors. Let me see what all I got here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Lots of pretty fall colors. Kind of like what Miss Nova got. Cats. They're always knocking something over and scaring me. Okay, so this color is called Rust, and it was $1.37. Same information. So he got two of those. Here, I'm gonna put two in here and keep one of each out to see them at the end. And then this color here is called teal green. Yeah, you can see the sparkle on that, can't you? Does the sparkle show up on this one? Yeah. So these are sparkly. So it was two of the teal greens. Here is gold. Very pretty. Oh gosh, that is just gorgeous. I love that gold color. There's two of those. Wow, that is so pretty. Yeah, that is really pretty color. And then there is a black. Yeah, you can see the sparkle on that one, can't you? And then there's one more that is called ivory. You can't see the sparkle on that. So in that, there was two whites and two blacks. So in that little brand of yarn, that's what he got. They're all sparkles. They're all really soft. Huh. I've never used this yarn before. I've never been paid attention and saw it in there before, actually. But I tell you what, I hope they're not discontinuing it. Maybe they're going to get spring colors, and this was their fall colors. I mean, white and black shouldn't matter, but I hope they are going to keep carrying this yarn because I think that would be a nice yarn to work with. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to make yet, but those are pretty. Gosh, they're so pretty. Love that sparkle. Wow. This one is my favorite. That gold is just gorgeous. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so those were just very pretty surprises. And let's see what else is in here. Anything else in this bag? That is all for that bag. Okay, so in the next bag, the rest of that bag is Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek Low Peel Fiber. I don't know that I've had this yarn before either. I don't think I've ever bought this yarn. It is $3.99 on sale for $1.24. It's 188 yards. And it's a 4-weight yarn. So, and this color is called, it's made in Turkey, by the way, but this color is called Denim Stripe. I have this one, and is this one the same? Yes, this one is called Denim Stripe, and this one is called Denim Stripe. Now, for some reason, this one is really soft. This one does not feel so soft, and this one is really soft. This one, I think it's just wound different and shows more of the darker blues on the outside, and the lighter blues are probably on the inside. And then here's this one that doesn't feel so soft, but there is 3 of them. So Maybe I can make something with those. Yeah, I like them though. I like those blues. All right, and now we're down to the last bag. Let's see. This would be the Hanks. And oh my gosh, that is just pretty. This was regular $14.99 and it was clearance to $3.49. It is called Aged Gold. Okay, y'all know yellow is my favorite color, but I didn't know I was so crazy about gold until I got this, and I just love that. And then I got this gold. Okay, so this is a very thin yarn. Let's see if I can read the information about it. This is a one weight, so it would definitely be paired with something. Wow. Well, it says it would be a US. No, never mind. That's something else. Okay, so let me see how many yards it is. This is 420 yards for $3.49. That is awesome. Awesome price. I never buy these because of the price, and I know that's not really pricey, but when you're on a budget and you're going to buy yarn, you want to get, yarn. You want to get a lot of yarn. This one is called Aged Gold. This one is called Iron Soot, and again was $3.49. So I don't know what those two would look like paired together. I don't know. So the only time I ever get these is on their clearance time. Okay, this one is very pretty. Very pretty. And I see there's another one of these in here. Well, it might be more than two. And these were $3.74. Regular $14.99. This one might be the same too, is it? No. Is this one? No. I'm just trying to. Nope. I think that's all. But yeah. So it's two of these that look to be the same. They are called Proud Peacock. Wow, that is pretty. I like that. Okay, and then I don't know if any of the others match. I don't see. This one is called Maple Leaf Meadow. And this one is a thicker yarn. I can tell. It is a 2/8 and 185 yards. But it's really pretty. It's got some turquoise, some yellow, gold, a little bit of green, some red, some white. Just lots of beautiful colors in there. Let's see, and this one is another Proud Peacock. Okay, so that gives me 3 of that one. Alright, and then this one right here is called Maple Leaf Meadow. So that's 2 of that one. Very, very pretty. Alright, and now we have Blizzard Frost. Wow. Very pretty. Just some blues and some white. And the blues kind of fade out into a grayish color. Very pretty. This is a very good buy on these regular $14.99 for $3.74. If nothing else, just to be eye candy. But they are very pretty, and I'm thankful, so thankful to Dakota. Thank you, Dakota, for going to Hobby Lobby. This one is called Indigo Desert. Wow, kind of looks Christmassy to me. I see greens, blue, red. little bit of orange, touch of orange. I think this could be Christmassy colors. I'm sorry. The cat is in one of these bags going crazy. She is having herself a ball over here playing. Okay, here's another, the Indigo Desert. So that's 2 of these. Those are very pretty. I would definitely need to pair this with something, or either make something and just use a bigger hook. Decisions. Okay, this might be the last one. This one is called Heather Harvest. It is yellows and green, a little bit of peachy orange, some ivory. Very pretty. Very pretty. So those are just gorgeous. Okay, and then I said, go down the aisle with the crochet hooks, see if you see anything down there. And so he would say a few things, and I'd be like, no, no. And he said, they have these cups. I said, with a bee on it? And he said, yes. I said, yes, I want it. This cup was $3.74. I think these are regularly like about $15. So I've never bought one. I always look at it and just admire it. It's blue turquoise and it has a bee on it. Now, if you don't know, and you probably don't yet, I am going to do a yarn room tour pretty soon. I just got to do a couple more things and I will get that done. And my decor in this room is bees. So, yeah. You'll see that in the yarn room tour about my little bee room here. Oh, and then he said, here's a clover hook. And I said, what size? And he said, a 15 millimeter. I was like, I don't know if I've ever used a 15 millimeter. I know I don't have one. So, just how much is it, And he said it was $2.99. I said, well, go ahead and get it. I have it on hand because I do have some bulky yarn. I do have blanket yarn, so it might be something I try with a P or Q hook. So I got this hook for $2.99. Hey, Sassy. Want to go say hi real quick? Big old girl. She is going to be a huge cat. She eats and eats and eats. Oh, Sassy. You want to get down and play? She wants to get in those bags. Okay, I think this is the last item. And I hope it's not broke. Here, Sassy. Okay, here's a coffee mug. It was $1.74. Regular $1.06. Regular $6.99. Here's one side. Does it say anything? No, it's just cake on a cake plate. I love cake. I do. I can't eat cake. Sometimes if it's a real crumbly cake and if it's going to crumble and break into tiny pieces, I might can eat a few bites of it. But if it's real dense and it's not going to break up into, tiny pieces, it's clumping together, I cannot eat it. But I've always loved cake. And so he said, this is you. Cake for breakfast. So, oh, Sassy. It's really bad when, your animals control your life. So, that is all for my Hobby Lobby haul. And I do appreciate my son Dakota running by there really quick for me and, letting me shop over the phone. And then he's like, anything else? And he told me lots of yarns they had. And I'm like, no, no, no. I didn't want to just buy yarn for the sake of buying yarn. I wanted to, get yarns that I knew that I wanted, such as the ice creams and the bloom. And I wanted some of these hanks. Now, I just wanted the hanks mainly because they're beautiful. But I am going to try to work them up into something. But they're going to be my eye candy for a little while. And then, I don't know. I did ask him, was there any of I Love This yarn on that aisle that was clearance? And he said no. I'd ask about certain yarns, and he would say no, they weren't on sale. So, this is what I got. And I'm very, very happy with that. I couldn't be happier, to tell you the truth. Now, my boys, okay, let me say this. They both work, full-time jobs. And when they get off work, they have animals to go home to tend to and such. And, they have life. We don't live close to them. They don't live close to us, rather. We live on the very outskirts of Ouachita Parish. Matter of fact, just before my driveway, there is a sign that says Ouachita Parish maintenance ends here. So they, will mow like the ditches and all that up, um, up into our property, and then no more. so, so we are on the very outskirts of Ouachita Parish. My boys live. Dakota lives kind of in the center of Ouachita Parish, and then Elijah lives on the other side of Ouachita Parish towards the end over there. So um, we're about 30 minutes from Midtown to go, about 20 to 30-minute drive to get into town and do things. So we're not convenient for them to just run by because it's not on the way to anywhere unless you're leaving town. But anyway, so that's why I really don't ask my boys to do a lot because I don't want to be that mother that, do this, do that. Now, when they come, I do have a list of things I need them to do. But, they have life. They have, when you get off work, you're tired. They have to, go home and tend to animals and want to sit and, relax and whatever it is they have planned to do. I don't try to, manipulate their time or anything like that, regardless of what they say. No. I do try to be very respectful. But since Dakota I was on the phone with him, and he said he was going somewhere that was right by Hobby Lobby. I was like, do you think you could run in Hobby Lobby and see if the yarn's on clearance? I really didn't think it would be, but it was. So yay! Anyway, and then Dakota came out and brought my 3 bags of yarn. Big Day he didn't know nothing about the sale. I never mentioned it to him because I knew he wasn't going to be able to take me because of his work schedule, and that's not his fault. He can't do anything about it. So why tell him about it? Because I know he would feel bad that there was yarn deeply clearanced and I wanted to go, and he couldn't take me, so he would feel bad about it and be regretful that he couldn't take me. So I didn't ever mention it to him. I still haven't. He'll see the video and he'll find out there was a clearance, Big Daddy. So when Dakota came in, actually Big Daddy and I was in the bathroom and he was hooking up my feeding tube, and he looked out and saw that he heard somebody come in, and he looked out and saw it was Dakota coming in with 3 big bags of yarn, and he said, she sent you to Hobby Lobby, I'm sorry. And so he didn't know that there was a yarn clearance and the reason why Dakota went. But anyway, Dakota came out and visited with us that afternoon, and he stayed till 10 minutes after midnight. And Big Daddy had went to bed like long ago, and me and Dakota just, visited and chatted and done things. I had a few things I needed him to do. fixing some things on the computer for me, such as like Etsy needed some kind of update with my bank info. So it was supposed to have been done like a long time ago, where they said you have 7 days to do this, and that 7 days came and went, and then they said, okay, just kidding, you have 7 more days. That 7 days came and went, and then they were like, okay, we're gonna give you another week. And so Dakota updated that for me. He what else did I have? I had several things for him to do like that. Oh, something was going on with my Alexa, so he fixed that for me, and simple things that only take a minute, but I knew it would only take him a minute to do. It would take me hours to figure out what I'm supposed to do, so why waste an hour when he can do it in a minute, right? And then he put together the little intro that I'm putting on my videos. He put that little intro together there. You know, I told him I wanted something just short and sweet, not too long. I didn't want to drag it out to where people are sick of seeing the intro. And so we, talked about that. He can do that stuff so fast. Now, I could have done it, but it would take me forever to put it all together. And he just does it like it's nothing, right? So, um, he was able to do that for me, and I appreciate that so much. And thank you everyone who has commented on about the intro, that you liked it and everything. I did tell Dakota that everyone loves the intro, and people say thank you for doing that and all. So we've kind of talked about that and decided that we're going to change that up every now and then. It's not going to be the same intro forever, because that kind of I don't know, the same intro over and over and over would get boring. So I don't know how often we're going to change that up, but we're going to at times. But anyway, we really enjoyed visiting with Dakota. He just hung out with us. We come back here and sat in the den area with Big Daddy for a while. And then Big Daddy was like, I gotta go to bed. And so he went to bed, and me and Dakota went back to the parlor and sat for a while. We came in here for a little bit and talked about my yarn. Dakota is he's an enabler, for one thing. Whenever I say I like something, he's like, well, get it, get it. I mean, it's not his money. And I did cash out him for the yarn when I said, kind of add that up and figure out what I owe you. And so he said roughly about this amount, and so I cashed out to him a little more, as thankful for going and getting it, right? And so like I was saying, we came in here and sat for a little while. I don't know, I think the cat did something. We sat in here for a little while and talked about my yarn room. Then we went next door into the Calico Critter room, and I showed him some things in there, and he thinks my Calico Critters are just adorable, and he loves that I love them, right? And so actually he had picked me up a set of Mice Family at Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning is kind of like an outlet store, kind of like a Big Lots or an Ollie's. They get things from other places that are clearanced out or something. I don't know. And so he had got me a Mice Family from there, and so I added it to my other Mice Families, and so my Mice Family is just growing. And it's the white marshmallow mice that have the pink hearts in the ears, and they are just so pretty. They're pretty. And so anyway, we talked about my Calico Critter room and looked around in there and talked about some ideas of things I could do in there. So that was fun. Then we went back in the parlor and just sat and visited for a while. He played with the cats because Dakota loves cats. He has always loved cats ever since he was little. He's always been a cat person. He loves dogs too. He has a dog, and he's always had dogs. But he is a cat person. Anyway, so it was just a lovely night. And then the next morning, actually, my son Elijah called me at 8 a.m. And I was just like, I was still in the bed. He called at 8 a.m. I'm like, oh no, what's wrong? Was my first thought. And so he was just at work by himself. He was the only one there. So he called me and we talked for an hour. We hung up at 9 and we just talked about anything and everything. And so it was a good phone visit with him. He said they're changing up hours and they're going to do some things different at his work now that they're open and kind of getting their feel for what, how it's going to be. So he said he's going to come out soon, or he said we should just go and hang out and do some stuff together. And I said, that sounds lovely. So I look forward to that coming up. But I'm very grateful to Dakota for going to Hobby Lobby and picking up all this yarn for me. Like I said, I didn't expect to get in on the Hobby Lobby clearance, and I was totally okay with that. It's kind of like, oh, that is a great deal. I wish I could get some, but if I don't, it's okay. I have other yarn. It's not that big a deal. But it is nice to get in on some heavily clearance. I think you would say this was 75% off on the yarn, and I don't know if they're going to have this again in June. They usually have it around Father's Day time, and the reason why I know that is because the first year that they had that I was in on, which was several years ago, I went a little crazy in there and bought a lot of yarn. I had a buggy full of yarn, and Dakota had taken a picture of me, or one of the kids. They were both with me that day. One of them had taken a picture of me at the pushing the cart with all this yarn, and I had posted it on Instagram and said that I hoped Big Daddy wanted yarn for Father's Day. So that's why I know it's around Father's Day time, somewhere up in there. Anyway, guys, I am going to go. I need to put this bin of yarn away and pet my hanks for a little while. These are all so very soft. I don't know, I'm drawn to this gold. I'm really drawn to this gold. And this gold is absolutely gorgeous. It is. So, yeah. But it's a beautiful day to crochet. I hope you all have a great day. Big Daddy is, when he gets home from work, he's going to pick me up and we're going to run to the little Walmart. I say the little Walmart because we have the big super Walmart, and then throughout town we have the little Walmart markets. And so there's one by the college that's the closest one to us. We're going to run up there and pick up just a couple of items that we're out of and just need to have on hand. So we're going to run do that real quick when he gets home. And I'm going to come back and crochet. Bye, friends. My light's saying time up.